Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any tension to leave your body. With each and every breath, taking you deeper and deeper relax, breathe in that resourceful feeling of relaxation, and then on the outward breath, relax those eyelids and close your eyes. That's right. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that that color that you're breathing in is a warm color of resourceful relaxation. And as you exhale, imagine a slightly darker color leaves your nostrils on your outward breath, representing any tension, stress, or anxiety that is leaving your body. That's right. And because you're breathing a resourceful feeling of relaxation in, and you're exhaling tension, it stands to reason that with each and every breath, you're going deeper and deeper, relaxed now. And as your body relaxes, just imagine that your mind is becoming more and more concentrated. As your muscles relax, your mind becomes more aware, more alert. Because the human body has the ability to experience senses. You know what you see. You know what you hear. You know what you touch and what you taste. And you already know that all of those external senses can be experienced inwards. What is a memory, if not just recalling a movie from your subconscious mind that sometimes feels so real that you're a character in a movie of your own life? And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine you're drifting off to a place in the future that doesn't exist now. Imagine what it would be like to drift off far into the future. Perhaps in a future version of Miami, where perhaps as a result of climate change and rising sea level, imagine the city is partially submerged underwater. The water reaches perhaps halfway up to some of the skyscrapers that used to tower above the city. And imagine an old town where some of that water still travels through the streets, almost like a futuristic Venice. And if you can imagine a place like that, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. I want you to get a sense that somewhere in this future version of Miami, it's just an old building. Imagine walking up the steps and walking into what seems like a very spacious, almost like a warehouse, but with no shelving, just open spaces and brick walls. And I want you to get a sense that something strange happens in this building. You could almost consider it a place where memories are explored. somewhere in the middle of this large room looks like a futuristic flotation tank. But instead of a flotation tank that is closed from above, just imagine it has no lid. And I want you to imagine that you're wearing whatever clothing is appropriate to climb into this flotation tank. And just imagine that you're given what is called a sedative to help your physical body relax and to enable the neural pathways to also relax, to make it easier for you to access memories that perhaps you haven't thought of for a long time. I want you to get a sense of what it would be like to start wearing a sensor, almost like a tiara, but a futuristic tiara made of sensors that go across your head, around your temple, almost like it's picking up brain activity. And if you can get a sense of what it would be like to feel the warm water as your body submerges into this flotation tank, in this warehouse, in this futuristic city, wearing a tiara of sensors on your head, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. And to begin with, you can just feel how relaxing it feels to just rest and relax there in that futuristic flotation tank, at a point in time where memories can be revisited as if they're real moments. And when your body and mind is fully ready to start going on a journey into the past, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. You're going on a journey through memory. Your destination, a place and time you've been before. To reach it, all you have to do is follow my voice. I want you to think back long ago to those long summers, perhaps in the south of France, in countryside, hot days, trips to the beach. And when you feel like you've arrived in that place, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. Because to really feel connected in this place, you need to be mindful within a memory. And what is mindful if it isn't just paying attention to things in the moment? And you're in this moment. So I want you to pay attention to the sounds around you. Pay attention to everything you can see. Because I don't know if you're indoors or outdoors, in the countryside or near a beach. But wherever you are, just pay attention to your surroundings. And not just what you see, but what you feel. Not emotions, but sensations. Feel the clothing on your skin. Maybe even a breeze in the air. Feel what it feels like to be in your body at that age. Get a sense of how big your hands are, your feet are. Feel your feet in the shoes you were wearing back then. And then pay attention. Pay attention as you move forwards or backwards in time to a happy memory. One of those memories where you just couldn't stop smiling. And I don't know if it was because what was being said or what you were doing, but there were moments that it was effortless to smile. Because there are different types of smiles. Smiles you have to force, and smiles that you feel. And I want you to visit one of those moments that it was a smile that you feel. That's right. Get a sense of deep relaxation. That's it. Because back then as a child, nobody had to tell you to relax. You could access that relaxed state effortlessly just by paying attention to an animal, like a bird. Maybe there were other animals you saw in those long summers. Sometimes you would just look at the waves and get lost in your own imagination. And I want you to get a sense of someone that you looked up to, and you respected back then. And perhaps you already know the part of your personality that you have now are echoes in time of what you learnt back then. I want you to go back to those moments where your personality was defined, evolved. Maybe it was an appetite to live life to the full. Maybe it was a passion and enthusiasm, motivation. Maybe it was how you communicated. And I want you to find yourself deep in conversation with that person that meant so much to you. And you don't have to remember the words. Memory is just a boat that sails against its current. Now, memories are like perfume, sometimes better in small doses. So you don't have to remember all the words, but remember the person saying those words, her spirit, her energy. And in the same way that you were able to unconsciously take what was useful for you back then, you can do the same thing now. Maybe there are elements, ingredients, opportunities for inspiration that you can take even now, that again will ripple through time, like when a stone is thrown into a pond. The ripples hit every part of that surface. And maybe a promise was made back then, either from you to her or her to you. If you can recall a promise, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. And promises can be kept throughout time. Or perhaps if this promise no longer applies, you can make a new promise now that is highly relevant. Perhaps a promise that you will live life to the full and pursue your dreams, to chase what's important to you. And when you feel that you've taken something precious and valuable from that memory back then, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to say goodbye to that significant person. And I want you to imagine what it would be like to go to a different memory. A memory perhaps even earlier. Perhaps to a childhood home. And you can do that just by thinking about it. Because even if teleportation isn't possible in the physical world, you already know it's possible in the world of your memories and imagination. That's right. And when you're back there in that childhood home, I want you to go back to a specific time, a place and time you've been before. As you follow my voice, go back to a place and time where you were having a positive, enjoyable, fun experience. Back there at a time in your childhood. And sometimes we're surprised at just how much we can remember from physical places we haven't seen for years. I want you to just explore that childhood home. Have a look in each of the rooms. You still know where the doors were, where the windows were. And you can walk around that home and notice you're the same size that you were back then when you were just a few years old. And isn't it strange that you can remember wallpaper or carpets or tiles or pictures that you haven't thought of for a long time as you explore that old childhood home. And I want you to go back to a time where you felt loved. And when you're there, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. I want you to feel how good it feels to be back in that moment. And perhaps you can ask yourself the question, how do you know you are loved? And allow your intuition to answer that question for you. Because your unconscious already knows. And it feels good to reconnect to that sensation. And what if that feeling of being loved wasn't a fleeting moment that came and then went? What if it planted a seed of an idea deep in your unconscious mind, back there in your childhood, that you are worthy. Not just of love, but worthy of anything. Your dreams, happiness. If your unconscious mind accepts that a seed of an idea back then as a child, that you are worthy, is fully accepted and planted deep in your unconscious mind, let me know by nodding your head. That's right. And as the weeks and months go by, feel that idea taking root, growing. What starts off as an idea can become a belief, can become a conviction until it is accepted as fact. That's right. Because sometimes memories fade for a reason. If we just dwelled on the bad things in the past, we'd never get over them. And if we just dwelled on the good, we might never match it again. And I want you to remember all of those happy times of your childhood. Happy moments that you may have long forgotten. Because a happy moment could be just hearing a story, going somewhere new. A happy moment could be a hug or a birthday gift. You've got the ability to access all of those, to remind yourself that these emotions were real. And there's one final thing I want you to do in this place. I want you to remember one of your secrets, childhood secrets. And when you can recall a secret that felt so important at the time, just let me know by nodding your head. And that secret might have been information, an idea, or just something that felt important. Because people love their secrets, and they think secrets are the one thing they can take with them. But most secrets are only relevant to the time that they were based in. And I wonder what secret would you tell that version of you as a child that may have helped them get through time? And I want you to imagine that you're there as an adult, meeting that childlike version of you, giving them a secret that will help them throughout all those tough moments of childhood. And when you've done that, just let me know by nodding your head. That's right. And I want you to get a sense of how much that advice, that information would have helped you back then to get through some of the challenges that you faced. And then finally, I want you to shift to a different time. I want you to imagine going forward in your future, no longer a child, but a time where you had a dream, a goal, something you wanted to do. Only this is the time that you decided to commit to that goal. And when you're back in that version of you, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to find yourself at that very point in time. I want you to feel that sense of inspiration, motivation, determination, that you were taking an idea, a fantasy, wishful thinking, and turning it into something real. And I want you to scan your body for where that feeling exists. Because any emotion, any resource that you've experienced even once can be accessed and recreated. I want you to scan your body for where you feel that inner belief that you've got what it takes to do something that a part of you didn't think you could actually do. And when you feel where that resourceful part is, I just want you to point to that very direction, that location of that part. That's it. And I want you to imagine that in the same way that every river starts with a spring, I want you to get a sense that every dream starts with a sensation, a belief of, why can't I? I'll do it. Even if there's several parts of you that doubt whether you can, sometimes you've got to commit to the thing, and all those other parts just figure out a way to help you actually get there. Feel that moment is replicable. You can access that state whenever you need it, just by thinking of that location and being back in that posture, breathing in the way you were back then and thinking those thoughts. Yes, I can. And then go forward in time to you actually doing the work, doing whatever was necessary in order for you to turn a decision into a reality. Not just the bits that you were inspired, but the bits where you overcame challenges, inertia, adversity. Motivation isn't as important as discipline, and inspiration isn't as important as resilience. Being able to start again after a setback is more important than being inspired in a moment. Tap into those powerful, resourceful states, knowing again that you can access them whenever you need. And then go forward in time again until you had achieved that outcome. You'd made the decision, you'd done the work, and now this is the moment of celebration, fulfillment, a sense of personal pride. Feel those feelings again and feel how good it feels to really and truly be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you've accomplished. I want you to get a sense that this wasn't about anyone else, this was about you. That good feeling probably echoed back to someone you respected and admired, perhaps that was willing to live their life on their terms, to let no one get in their way. And here you are all these years later, honouring that person that made so much of a difference to you. And if your unconscious now feels that the past is connecting to the future and the present, then you can take all those powerful, resourceful states that you've ever experienced into your future. Let me know by nodding your head. That's right. Take all of them with you, because your best moments aren't behind you. They're waiting for your arrival. And when all parts of your unconscious mind accept that to be true, let me know by nodding your head. That's right. And then it occurs to you. This is a thought within a thought. And I want you to feel what it would be like to now feel like you're waking up out of a futuristic flotation tank, taking off a weird contraption over your head, feeling that you've experienced memories, some of which were long forgotten. Not as a visitor, not as someone that just was looking at the past. Although nostalgia never goes out of style, I want you to get a sense that you've taken something of value back from those memories into your present and into your future. As you climb out of that flotation tank, drying yourself off, wearing whatever clothes now feel appropriate, leave this building, walking through the futuristic streets of Miami, futuristic Venice, and then realize that this is a dream within a dream, a thought within a thought, and actually all of this is just in your imagination, in your now, firmly in the present, back in the present time, in your physical body right now, listening to my voice, breathing the way you're breathing, listening to my words right now. And in a few moments' time, I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling highly resourceful, optimistic about the future, feeling that your past has helped you become the person you are now and will help you in the future. Looking forward to chasing more dreams and making those people that matter most proud. Starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. That was them.
Great, thanks.
I'm going to switch my light on here. I just realized the sun is setting here, so it got really, really dark. 1 second. Was there any questions that you had or kind of insights that you had from that experience?
Yeah, I think the idea that love permeates all of it in the good memories and in the echoes of like my life, and but I am worthy thing. That was really helpful. It felt really powerful. And interesting. Have you heard about muscle testing?
Not really, no.
Yeah. So you can, it's called the sway test, but you can stand and you can ask yourself, like, is my name Chloe? And if it feels true, like it's almost like you get pulled one
Oh,
way.
okay. So that would be like a large scale ideomotor response in hypnosis with like a muscle twitch and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I was doing some inner work not too long ago, and it said, ask yourself every day, like where you're at. And I went back on my heels the last time I said it. So when you said, not if everything in your subconscious, that was really great for me, because I feel like there's a deeper shift that, and my conscious mind's like, of course I'm worthy, right? Like, but to feel it on the muscle testing side and then to feel the shift in the session was great.
No, fantastic. I'm going to stop the recording now.